Ladies and gentlemen, Omar here again on the behalf of Forbes Middle East, and I am super excited today to be joined by James Birmingham, who is the Executive Vice President of Operations at Montage International Hotels and Visit California Board Chairman. Welcome.
Thank you, Omar. It's really exciting to be here.
How's the experience been? It's your first time to the Middle East or to
My
Dubai?
first time to the Middle East. My
Okay.
company has been here for over 8 years, but it's my first trip, and I have had a wonderful experience.
Okay. Now, what is the main purpose behind this trip? What are you looking to achieve? What are you looking to accomplish?
Well, for Visit California, it's really important that we get the message to the GCC states that California is a very exciting destination, and everybody is welcome. That is the core purpose of this mission. And then to seek opportunities with other tourism authorities and, of course, the great airlines in this region to see how we can better promote cross-tourism. And then from a Montage International standpoint, it's really, this market is very important to us across our portfolio of hotels, but primarily in Beverly Hills. Montage Beverly Hills, the majority of our international business comes from this market. So it's a very important region for us.
Okay.
And we're here also, my colleagues are here from Montage Beverly Hills to continue to develop those relationships and spread the word and create even more demand than we have today.
Okay. What sort of percentage of tourists or travelers to California roughly are made up from Middle Easterns?
Well, we have, as a state, we have over 240,000 visitors each year.
Okay.
And collectively, that's a spend of over $640 million.
Mm-hmm.
And that's into two major gateway markets, Los Angeles and San Francisco. Those are the ports of entry, but the experiences across the south and north of California from a tourism standpoint are just so compelling.
Sure.
That it's not unusual for a family to stay with us in Beverly Hills for 3 weeks at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And during that 3 weeks, do day excursions down to our incredible property in Laguna Beach or to the wine country.
Okay.
So that's a pretty common that you see that.
Okay.
So it's a very important market for us.
Now, speaking of the wine country, a lot of people from the Middle East tend to have sometimes reservations or hesitations about visiting the U.S. for fear of cultural differences or being mistreated. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I will tell you that I was born and raised in Ireland, spent 10 years in London, but I got to California as quickly as I could. And I've been living there for the last 16 years with my family, and it's a wonderful experience. There's incredible diversity. Mm-hmm. It's a very cosmopolitan state with multiple cosmopolitan cities within that state. Mm-hmm. It's a very welcoming state, and the people are very friendly. It's, you walk down Rodeo Drive right next to Montage Beverly Hills, and you literally hear almost every language in the world being spoken in the same afternoon. The diversity there is incredible. And our core message here with Visit California is that everybody is welcome.
Now, you're not a native Californian. Is California home for you today?
Absolutely.
What does California mean to James?
It means for me, family. My wife and I are blessed with 2 boys, and both have spent the vast majority of their lives growing up in California. And to give you an extent of what that means to them, my oldest son just graduated college, and I tried to get him to go to the East Coast for college or to Europe, and he had no interest. He wanted to stay in California, and he just graduated from University of Southern California, and now he's going back again in the fall for a graduate program. So it means lifestyle. Okay. It means climate. It means diversity. It means an abundance of riches in terms of culture, in terms of nature. There is so much to do and so much to see, and because the weather is almost perfect all year, you can do it almost all year.
Sure.
So it means so much to me and my family.
Okay. One last quick question. Where do you see the future of tourism over the next 5, 10, or maybe even 15, 20 years when it comes to growth and specifically the number of people from this part of the world actually traveling to California?
Well, California has had 9 consecutive years of record growth. And as chair of Visit California and as executive vice president for Montage International, which is a California company, we intend to see that growth continue. And although Visit California has been in this market at ATM for the last 4 years and Montage has been for the last 8 years, we want to see this market grow in terms of its importance to California. Already important, but we need to see it grow. And we know with the greater airlines that are here, and of course, you know, there's the other thing about California is through Hollywood, the world has aspirations to at least visit California,
Sure.
and we want to see that grow because as the development on the luxury resort side is pretty incredible across the state. I mean, for Montage, we're operating today in Beverly Hills, in Laguna Beach, and in San Diego. And over the next 2 years, we're opening in West Hollywood, we're opening in Healdsburg in the Northern California, and we're opening 2 hotels in Southern California in La Quinta in the desert. So we have lots of reason to continue to grow demand around the world, but in particular from this market here.
James, thank you very much for this lovely interview. Thanks again for coming and visiting the Middle East and Dubai. And I certainly look forward to maybe visiting the Montage Hotel one day.
Look forward to it, and thank you for your hospitality.
It's a pleasure. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is Omar on the behalf of Forbes Middle East.